John Boer started his company on October 13, 1960, following his career as a sales representative at Mataram BV in Amsterdam. His success at Mataram, as well as the many trips to Africa that kept him away from home for months on end, made it easier for John to embark on his own business venture. Incon was born a business active in tank construction. A few years into Incon, John decided to build his own storage tanks in Montfort with great success. As it was necessary for the tanks to be built outside, however, John found it difficult to thrive in this fickle industry due to the dependence on weather. He was ready for a change of pace, something different to direct his energies to. John happened to meet one of the then largest welding electrode manufacturers in the world, Kobe Steel. After several conversations with Kobe, he received exclusive rights for the Netherlands. John got his foot in the door with ion welding technology. He reduced tank production and focused on electrode sales. At the end of 1960s, Incon was officially renamed to Translas Midden Nederland BV, located in De Meern, province of Utrecht. Following his solid sales in welding electrodes, increase of welding wire surfaced. John saw great potential in expanding his product range. At the time, the welding wires were mainly produced in Italy, so John set out to establish himself as a Netherlands supplier. In the 1970s, Translas Midden Nederland became one of the largest welding wire and welding consumable suppliers. These were key items for Translas through the early 1980s. Tons of welding wire not only went to customers in the Benelux, but also directly to the United Kingdom. John's eldest son, Erik Jan Boer, joined the company in 1979. As a young boy, he was eager. It didn't take long for his understanding of margin sales and organization to be recognized. Erik calculated and examined the entire welding wire and consumable product groups and found them to be negligibly profitable for Translas. With time, Erik began phasing out wire, while simultaneously introducing new products to improve the company's margins. The new MIG products incorporated in the company brought stable sales growth as MIG welding popularized. When John's middle son and current technical director Edwin Boer joins the team, he and his father decide to rent a production hall to produce their own gas nozzles and MIG wear parts. They purchased their first DNC lathe in 1987. Along with various semi-automated machines, the production of gas nozzles, tip holders, and other products began. Translas Midden Nederland name was again changed to Translas Production. Translas started a collaboration with an American MIG welding torch manufacturer in the mid-1980s, and together with its own gas nozzles and tip holders, Translas began to establish itself in the world of welding torches. Jeroen Boer, John's youngest son and current Translas CEO, wasn't to be left out. He also left school and started work in the family business, starting production of his own MIG welding torches. In the beginning of the 1990s, Jeroen set up a separate company, Tipworks BV, that was solely responsible for the assembly of the MIG and TIG welding torches. Some of the parts for the guns were supplied by his father's business, Translas Production, and other parts attained through various suppliers. As the Boer family worked together, Tipworks and Translas Production's customer base was virtually the same, so both companies decided to merge in 1997. The initial amalgamation ensued under the name Translas Tipworks BV, later simplifying to Translas BV. In that same year, Translas published its first truly professional catalog, thanks to Marcel Hamoun, our current operations manager. Today, over 25 years later, we still work under this name and business setup. John Boer retired in 1995. His three sons further expanded the company into a healthy business with an average number of 40 employees. In 2000, the Boer brothers purchased Translas's current physical location. The building is situated in Nieuwegein on 4,000 square meters, with 3,000 square meters of that land dedicated to office, production, and assembly and warehouse space. In 2004, Jelmer Wolleswinkel joined the Translas Management Board. Together, they developed Translas into a stable company. However, as with many industries, 2008 hit hard with the severe financial recession. Translas was forced to undergo a major reorganization of the then 57 employees to survive the crisis. The Boer brothers, along with the rest of management, were not willing to go down without a fight. And for fight they did. Translas was even able to join the S&S show with a beautiful stand in 2009. Despite the tough 4 years of recession, Translas emerged stronger than ever before. Translas climbed out of the crisis and into a long period of change. They implemented lean manufacturing, Six Sigma, and as well as an entire production assembly planning overhaul. SAP software was installed to enhance the internal process, enabling the team to meet the rapid demands. Eldest brother Eric Jan Boer left Translas in 2014 to join his colleague Joe de Kock in other enterprises, VIP Safety and Guide Gloves. In 2015, Translas was approached by the TNO Knowledge Center, a government agency specializing in development. TNO had invented the concept in the field of source extraction for welding torches, and they asked Translas, the only Dutch manufacturer of welding torches, if they had interest in further developing and patenting this concept. And the rest is history. Translas is now strongly developed in the field of source extraction, under the Extractor brand name. We are one of the world's largest specialists. With branches in the UK, Canada, and China, Translas has worldwide coverage with a bright future in sight. Translas UK was incorporated in 2018 after spotting a gap in the market for Translas's knowledge and expertise. The UK was crying out for a strong source of both fume extraction and manual torches, combined with our expertise of high-vacuum mobile systems. We have developed a great partnership with both wholesalers and distributors. With this, Translas UK has experienced significant growth whilst also acquiring more market share in the fume torch and extraction market. January 1st, 2019, Translas opened its third division. The new entity, officially called Translas Canada Industries, located in Woodstock, Ontario, Canada, opened to serve the Canadian and indeed the whole North American market. We identified that there was a gap in the market concerning a manufacturer that could provide and understand both fume extraction welding guns and fume extraction vacuum units to the metalworking manufacturer sector. And we knew that Translas could make an important contribution to the success of these key manufacturing segments. When the world came to a sudden stop during the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, every industry felt the impact. Translas was no exception. Orders declined and uncertainty was everywhere. But instead of standing still, we adapted. By quickly switching production to essential protective equipment like face masks, we were able to support our customers and partners and recover part of the lost turnover. It was a time that tested our resilience. And we passed that test. Innovation has always been in our DNA. In 2021, our engineers began designing a new generation of fume extraction torches, the 8XE series. We built on the lessons from the previous 7 series, keeping the strengths, eliminating the weaknesses. The result? A refined airtight torch with a bold and modern look. Launched in 2022, the 8XE quickly set a new standard for performance and ergonomics in fume extraction. In 2023, Translas kicked off development of the Cobot 8XC torch, a fume extraction torch for collaborative robots, based on the proven design of the 8XE hand torch. It uses the same consumables, making it user-friendly and instantly familiar to operators. The 8XC opened the door to a new generation of automated welding applications, where human precision meets robotic consistency. 2024 marked another milestone, the launch of our first fully in-house developed push-pull torch, the Maestro. 4 years of intensive research and design came together in a single product. Every detail, from the drive system and electronics to the swanneck and ergonomic grip, was created by Translas engineers. The Maestro represents the peak of our R&D ambition and enters the high-end welding market as a true statement of craftsmanship. In 2025, we proudly unveiled our next-generation hand torch, the ACE MIG. 10 years after our previous MIG series, ACE brings a leap forward in design and usability. Inspired by the Maestro, it features a slimmer grip, an innovative multi-ball joint, and optional LED functionality. It's lighter, smarter, and future-ready, built for the next decade of welding. And we're not stopping there. Development has already begun on the 10XT TIG line, a new family of TIG torches that will share the same design language and ergonomic DNA as the Maestro and ACE. Together, they form a unified Translas identity, strong, modern, and unmistakably ours. The next chapter of innovation has already begun. What else will the future bring after 65 years of experience? Where will the technology go? Bluetooth on torches, smart welding helmets, welding gloves, with communication to the welding torch, who knows? TASK will invest a lot in the future and the new technologies. So subscribe to our social media channels and newsletter to experience the future of welding at Translas.